Hello and welcome to the pond, the strange corner of YouTube, where we do reviews, deep dives, analyze Disney villains, and highlight cows. And I'm your host, the Bullfrog. And if the Newt was here, he'll be behind that camera saying face reveal at 100,000 subscribers. And we would love to have those subscribers as much as you want to see that face. And now it's part 2 of Amos Slade from Fox and the Hound.
The devil himself couldn't have done no better.
Why do I think the Acts of Villainy of Amos Slade deserves its own video? It's because of his lifestyle, to live off the land. The lifestyle of, well, alone.
I've paid off all the witnesses, all the experts. I even have her attorney on my payroll.
Part of the movie where Big Mama is telling Todd that there's a thing called nature, that there's the hunter and the hunted.
And the hunter's got the gun, kablam, elimination.
And they show Todd, these are the trophies that he has. This moment is a teaching lesson of Todd of what nature is, what it means to be hunted. And because these animals are sentient and talking, they have personalities. So these are personalities Amos and Chief have removed the wildlife world. That's their number. Whoa. He's living off the land during winter. So this is food he's eating. This is not trophies. More than that, he does have to buy a gun. He has to buy bullets and black powder. So those trophies that we see, there's probably a subsection of them that's being sold for money so he can have the supplies of bullets and upkeep for his gun.
Sounds fair.
So that's the first act of villainy of Amos Slade.
It's complicated.
The second act of villainy is actually him buying Copper.
Really?
And having Chief teach Copper how to be a hunting dog. I mean, remember what I said before in that last video? He lives like this, and he wants to succeed and be better. That is why he bought Copper. He wants Copper to improve their food potential.
Well, Copper, me and old Chief are going to teach you all about hunting. Yes, sir.
He wants a good hunting dog. And with Chief's knowledge going to a bloodhound, one of the best noses of the dog world, but with that hunting, killing instinct of Chief,
Gotta think nasty.
That's a potent mix. Give me the goosebumps.
this is not the act of villainy of corrupting a hound to become a villain. This is more food for Amos as he's hunting. But with Copper, though, him being such a young dog and having a neighbor, a friend, that is Todd the fox, there's that friendship. Through that discussion of Big Mama to Todd, Todd realizes there's nature.
Then why does that hound get the fox on the run? Because he's got the hunter, and the hunter's got the gun, kablam, elimination.
So the movie revolves around Copper and Todd's choice, friendship or nature. And what does this lead to? This does lead to the problems of the whole movie and why Amos falls under this dark path. Because this friendship does lead to Todd hanging out with Copper.
Well, duh.
They're friends, they gotta stay together, right? But Amos wants a hunting dog.
That little rascal's going to make me a good hunting dog. He's got to learn the mind.
He has to keep Copper close to be disciplined. But this leads Todd wanting to be around Copper, but there's a problem. Chief.
Oh, don't join him. He can get awful mean.
Chief chases Todd, and Todd, for refuge, goes in the chicken coop, which causes Amos to hear the rustle and panic of the chickens and comes out and sees a fox in the chicken coop. No, it leads to Amos shooting at Todd. He was trying to protect his chickens. So his acts of villainy on trying to kill the main character is actually an act of self-defense. He's trying to protect his chickens.
That's a thinker.
As long as there's a fox, his chickens are being under threat. But because of this urge of protection, his anger rules him. So much so, it turns on his lizard brain. A lot of philosophers and psychologists talk about how humans have a lizard brain, and this is our Neanderthal side, where we're being ruled by our emotions. And this is what Slade does when he's being ruled by his lizard brain. He goes in a car with his gun and he's just wanting to protect his chickens. He wants to guarantee the future for his land. It's protecting. That leads to his act of villainy, destroying the milk from the widow. This is how she survives. She gets milk from her cow so she can trade and get supplies. Her house is a lot more sophisticated compared to Slade. She earns more from her milk than he does with the pelts, but he's more off the land while she has this more exchange. Ruining that milk hurts her, but she goes in her protection mode and saves Todd from Amos. He's working on that lizard brain, and he does this quote.
If I ever catch that fox on my property again, I'll blast him.
Because of Amos Slade's threat to Todd, the widow basically put him under house arrest, involuntarily, but
it's a shame I have to keep him cooped up.
as long as Slade was the neighbor, Todd was unable to go outside because of that lifelong threat. Or life-ending threat, but still, ugh.
But after this moment, Amos goes, I need a hunting trip. I need to make sure Copper is a hunting dog, not a dog, a hunting dog. It's time for you to learn under Chief. This is our goal. This is what we're leading for.
Yes, sir.
And on this hunting trip, Copper is learning from Chief. And this leads from Copper going from a playful puppy to a hunting dog and becoming a great hunting dog. With Chief's lessons and his nose, he's showing off a whole lot more game, and Amos getting a whole lot more kills. So this is a lot more personalities being removed from the animal world. So let's add those to the past kills with it's just him and Chief.
Actually, during this hunting trip, let's point out something here. Before Chief's lessons sink in and his nose is being put to the test with that knowledge, there are kills on the cabin that are just purely Chief's. It's kind of, well, incentivized that it is his. I mean, take a look.
Damn!
So those kills are Chief and Amos, while the rest is Copper and Amos. Because take a look how much they have all together at the end.
Oh, come on, Chief. Just because you're not sitting up front, that ain't no reason to be a sorehead. Shucks, if it weren't for you, Copper never turned into a good hunting dog.
Damn!
These are kills added up for Amos, but these are kills that led Chief feeling inadequate. He's no longer in the front seat. This is the first time he hasn't been in the front seat. The character, Chief, not listening to his master.
Now I got me the best two dogs there is. Hi, Copper.
He's feeling unappreciated, and he feels like he's losing his love. So when Todd and Copper meet up again...
Boy, you've really grown. You have too, Copper.
But does our friendship triumph over nature?
Those days are over. I'm a hunting dog now.
Chief wakes up and sees Todd, and this is the chance for him to get what he wants. Amos's love, Amos's respect. The fox that hunts our chickens, it's older, it's stronger. If I can take this threat, I could win more love. So Chief goes on this selfish drive, trying to earn more love. And Amos, he's thinking of one thing, defending his chickens, defending his land. That leads to this great chase between Chief and Todd. And Todd manages the escape, but he can't escape Copper. And he has to make a choice. Nature or friendship? He chose friendship.
I'll let you go this one time.
And Todd, trying to think he's free, goes to that train bridge thing. I don't know technical terms. But that leads to probably why Chief is a good hunting dog. He kind of prepared that the fox will go to this spot. This is Chief using his knowledge of the hunt to corner Todd in this trap that he thought of. And these two personalities come under threat of the train. One is a fox, is smart. He is the one that gets injured. All because of Copper chose friendship.
Todd, I don't want to see you get killed.
Led to the domino effect of his teacher and probably father figure being hurt and injured.
It's all my fault. I shouldn't have let Todd go. Todd, if it's the last thing I do, I'll get you for this.
And Amos loses his dog. And this kind of goes into how much love he has for his dogs. But his love for his dogs leads to him being ruled by his lizard brain. He goes to the next door neighbors with his gun saying, I'm going to kill your fox inside your house.
Oh.
And the widow, again, stands firm and says, hell no.
You can't come barging onto my property, Amos Slade.
You can't keep him locked up forever.
This leads to her having no choice. A wildlife preserve can protect Todd.
Go now! No! Montekia bad!
But Amos, him being ruled by his lizard brain and hunting in a wildlife preserve, that could lead to, here I got it on my phone, Act B of criminal violations if you hunt. No more than $50,000. But this is how much he loves his dogs. This is how much he's willing to sacrifice for his dogs. This is his family. And that does lead to probably, I think, one of his darkest moments. Finding out where the fox takes his water and laying out a landmine of traps and probably spread out more. This is a hunter, so he knows that it's not just one spot. You have to go to other spots.
The devil himself couldn't have done no better.
His traps fail, so he tries another style of trap. That fails. And Todd leads them to a bear cave. I don't know if he knew it, but he's a wild animal. He has a nose. He knows. And that leads him fighting the bear. Copper and Amos versus Bear. Bear wins. And Amos getting his foot caught in a trap. And Todd with the choice, nature or friendship. He chose friendship. And this led to hope. He stirred the bear away into his trap. The bridge and how it fell. But that led him to a place of vulnerability and leads to... This is probably the best moment of Disney during the dark age of Disney. Through these list of failures and struggles, this scene is really well done. There's a lack of music, there's a sense of desperation, and also how it's all about the animation highlighting the acting of the characters. And how Amos finally realizes he has to let go of his lizard brain. He has to let go of his anger and realize he has to be a better person. He's not a villain. He's an antagonist. He chose friendship over nature.
What are you doing? You're crying?
The old man got to me.
And in the end of the movie, his green hat is darkened while his other colors are a lot more bright. He's like what he is before, but maybe better. He can't live like that lifestyle. He's injured. So she ends up becoming his savior.
I don't know if I like that.
We are in a conundrum. What do we do? Is Amos Slade agreeing because he is forgiven at the end, but he is responsible for 34 personalities not being a part of the world. His lifestyle and existence is nothing more than pushing Todd into more further away from safety.
It's a shame I have to keep him cooped up.
But there is that compassion and love he has for his dogs.
Now I got me the best 2 dogs there is.
So the best way I could figure it, it's either A, a high green, or B, a low yellow.
That's a tough call. He did get forgiveness in the end, which takes away from his villainy, but also taking 34 lives and splitting up the 2 main protagonists are pretty evil. I think that might be enough to get him up into the low yellow.
Unlike any other Disney villain, he has legitimate reasons why he wants the main character dead. Self-defense, justice.
That fox of yours almost killed Chief.
This is why he's a villain. Unlike other villains, this is his reasons. This is what drives him. This deserves praise. This deserves, acknowledgement. So, when it comes to characters that have this depth of writing about why they are their characters and the richness of them being a character, it's not him being a villain, it's him being a character. We're going to create, I'm going to create, Newt may agree or disagree, but I'm all for it, the Amos Slade Award. This is kind of giving a big giant nod to the writers and animators of Disney movies and how they created these characters. And Amos Slade kind of highlighted this, so this is his award. But who would be the Disney villains before Amos Slade that would earn this award? Well, throughout this depth and analysis of wow, I think Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty and Lady Tremaine are the best written characters and basically earn this award.
Listen well, all of you.
You want to know why? Well, you're going to have to watch those videos. I'm not trying to tag those videos saying, hey, watch more of us. I would like you to. But there's a lot more depths to their characters and reason. Lady Tremaine is a lot more about character, and that's why she deserves this award. For Maleficent, it's more about the language of music and what it leads to, and the depths of that music. If you want to know more, please go to all those Maleficent videos. So yeah, we just created this on the spot. Who would see that coming?
Not me.
And I hope you've enjoyed this strange journey. And I hope we see you next time. But until that time comes, this is the Bullfrog signing out. And if you hear anything, that's my little brother's family upstairs. 2 kids and a dog. I kind of gave up the whole movie.